If you struggle to defend the pass in Madden 25, then stop what you're doing right now and watch this video because I'm about to break down one of the most lockdown defensive coverages in the entire game you can use to get more stops and win more games. Let's get into it now. YouTube, what is up? It is your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's video I want to talk about one of the most overlooked but effective coverage defenses in the entire game. This year coverage is probably harder than ever. Zone is just flat out broken. Man can get beaten with some very easy hot routes, and match is broken a lot of times too. But one coverage that I really want to talk about that is so overlooked is the cover four palms. Now you can run cover four palms from a lot of formations. One of my favorites to use is the dime 3-2, but any formation that has cover four palms, you could do what I'm about to show you guys in this video. Now, just for the purposes of this video, I picked the Jets playbook, I believe, on defense. It has the dime 3-2, it has cover four palms. And one of the more popular offensive schemes right now is this gun trips tight end flex. Now, this trips tight end flex is in a lot of playbooks, but in particular, we have these plays with the Automotion, the motion wide post, hitch and go, fork, H choice. Especially the wide post play might be one of the best plays. Well, it definitely is one of the best, if not the best, in all Madden 25 in the whole game. Very hard to stop. Now, they're in a few playbooks, most notably I'd say the Lions and the Eagles, very good. And this cover four palms, the palms defense is matching, and it does a great job against any trips formation with three receivers on one side of the field. So we can use it very effectively against this trips tight end flex. You could also use it against a just regular trips tight end. Now, when you're running this defense, your coaching adjustments are important. You want auto flip on, default alignment, conservative option defense. Most importantly, put your zone drops to default. If you actually set your zone drops to cover a certain depth, whether it's 5, 25, 30, doesn't even matter, that actually turns matching rules off. You don't want that. So we're going to make sure zone drops are set to default. So dime 3-2, cover four palms. Now, this play right here, the motion wide post, has been run to death. A lot of players will run a few different setups, and I'm going to show you guys how you can use this defense to stop all the more common setups people run. I'll show you guys how you can use it to stop verticals, corner routes a lot. So make sure you guys stay tuned throughout the whole video so you don't miss out on any important info. Now, the first setup that's very, very common and it's a really good quick snap play is just to put that inside receiver on a slant. Then you have the slant working over the middle with the tight end post. You have the flat, which opens up the slant even more. You have the return route, which is really good. And then the streak, which is a deep threat, but also acts as a clear out route. So this play stock honestly kills about every defense in the game. But you'll notice with one simple adjustment, palms is very good against it. So in case you're new to the channel, I do daily Madden 25 videos and gameplays, as well as videos for College Football 25. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Drop me a subscribe, like, comment on the video. If we get to 500 likes in this video, I'm going to do another in-depth breakdown on one of my favorite coverage defenses that I'd say 99% of players don't use. So here's this first setup. Now, really guys, all I'm going to do, all you really need to do, is just user the linebacker that's blitzing. Now, when you're looking at this defense, you'll see we have four deep zones. They're actually outside quarter deep zones. They're going to match. A 3-rec hook zone. That hook zone is going to look to match the number 3 receiver based upon the offensive formation. If you guys don't understand how that works, basically each offensive formation, the receivers are numbered. So the 3 receiver hook zone is going to guard the third number receiver based upon formation. Quarter flats are going to match. Typically, the one on the right against trips will take the first guy into the flat. The rules are going to be a little bit different for each route combo. But that's basically how it works. And when you say matching, a lot of people don't know what that means. Matching is the best way I can think to describe it to a newer player. Is almost like a delayed man coverage, right? Everybody's not in man right as the ball is snapped, but about a second or two into the play, then we're going to start to see the matching apply, which turns it into man. All right, so let's just take a look how this works. I'm simply going to use the guy that's on the blitz angle, and I'm going to look to help over the middle. And as you guys can see here, there is legitimately nothing open. So let's just take a look at a replay. and see how good this coverage really is. If you're looking to get better at Madden 25 and win more games, sportsgamers.com is the place to be. Check out my Madden VIP membership where you get access to all of my Madden 25 content all year long. You'll get access to every offensive and defensive game plan I release, all of my secret premium tips that I release every week for my VIP members, and finally access to my VIP community with guaranteed updates all year long. Click the link in the description and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. Let's dominate together, boys. So first of all, like I said, if the running back goes out on a flat, he's matched by the quarter flat, that's taken away. Typically over here, you'll see that this corner and the outside quarter zone on the trip side is going to match the outside trips receiver. There's very few exceptions to that. Most of the time, he will match them. Typically speaking, the safety on the trip side is going to look to take the first vertical receiver. In this case, that was only the streak, so the streak actually got doubled. Most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, the safety on the on the tight end side will match the tight end. That's exactly what happened here. And here the quarter flat actually took the slot receiver. The 3-rec hook zone went with the inside receiver on the slant. What is my job? It's pretty simple. Just help over the middle. No one's really open. There was really nothing for me to do. You'll see the slants guarded, flat, return route, post, all guarded basically step for step. You don't have to do much. It's guarded very well. Now you might say to yourself, oh, well, what if could I just not play man on this? It looks like everybody is essentially matched into man coverage. Could I just play man? No, you can't. Man coverage, it just does not work the same. You know, you might think that it's the same. It's not. You see that every receiver actually got a yard or two of separation, whereas before, the match being delayed man actually completely bagged it. So no, that is the big difference you're seeing. Now, of course, you're probably wondering about other route combos. You're probably wondering about the Automotion that is so killer. We're going to show you guys all that. So let me look at verticals next. Verticals has been for years now just a bum, quick snap play. Let me just quick snap verticals type shit, right? And as you guys can see here, that's just not going to work. There's nothing open. If we take a look at the replay, all I really had to do was initially just guard the tight end first step to allow the safety to get down onto him. Same thing here, vertical. Both of the vertical routes were matched. They're not open. Only difference here is the actually backside corner in the quarter had to match onto the crossing route, which was fine. Did a great job. Everything is covered. You're basically going to either force some shit, throw a pick, or take a sack. Nothing is there. Actually, yeah, let's go to the corner route play now. Cover four palms. Will defend corner route plays very well. There's, in this formation and trips in general, there are a lot of plays that have one or even two corners. Double and sail is pretty common. Again, we can just go ahead, do a streak on the outside. Try to act as a pull route anyway. I'm going to sit over the middle. Let's see how it defends it. You guys can see here. Actually, very good. Once again, there's just literally nothing open. I really had to do nothing. Now, one key stat I want you guys to be aware of if you're going to run match, play recognition. The higher the play recognition, the better your match will be. Play recognition stat basically affects the transition into match, right? So sometimes if you have guys trying to match with low play recognition, there's going to be a slight delay, or they might even get confused and there might be a bust leaving somebody open. When you have higher play rec, that's not going to happen. It's going to be a more fluid match, which is what you want. Play recognition is one of the most underrated stats in the whole game. But, as you guys can see here, once again, there is literally nobody open. I guess, I did help out on the in route here, because I felt it coming open a little bit too much for my liking over the middle. That's fine. This guy is completely bagged. It's stride for stride. Nothing going on here. The last thing I really want to look at is how this would work if they use Automotion. Because, yes, if you use Automotion, you're taking away from the trips. There's no longer 3 receivers on one side. It's only 2. So the Automotion does change the rules, but actually this is still guarded very, very well. So here I'm simply going to hike this play stock with the Automotion. So now look, we have only 2 receivers on the left. It's no longer a trips, but still this is defended well. there is nothing open. Guys, I want to just make sure that I clarify this. While this cover 4 bombs is very locked down against trips, it's not an every down defense no matter what the offense runs.